Hi everyone. Let us take 5 minutes to think about life, God, and the Bible. Please stay home and save lives. Pray the Psalms. In a moment, we're going to pray through Psalm 6. Psalm 6 speaks to two realities that we experience as we stay home because of the virus. First, this virus affects us physically. We stay home, we protect ourselves from the virus. In Psalm 6, the songwriter King David mentions about his bones being in agony. He asks God to have mercy on him and heal him. Psalm 6 verses 3 to 4. My soul is in deep anguish. How long, Lord? How long? Turn, Lord, and deliver me. Save me because of your unfailing love. As we stay home with our family and the people we love, we see each other more often than we are used to. Pretty soon, we get on each other's nerves. In any human situation, conflict is bound to happen. Psalm 6 verse 8. Away from me, all you workers who do evil, for the Lord has heard my weeping. David later prays that his enemies be put to shame. If you read David's life in the Old Testament, you will find that David has many enemies, real enemies who want to take his life. The Psalms are full of prayers against enemies. Now, I would not say that the people you live with are your enemies. However, the Psalms are prayers that go to the core of our human experience. This is the type of prayer that God delights in. He wants us to pour out our souls before Him. He is God. He can take whatever we are expressing before Him. Now, whether He will answer our prayers in the way we want Him to, is another question. This Psalm 6, is like most Psalms of despair from David. David starts with a cry before God. He asks God to have mercy on him, for he is faint. He cries out to God to heal him because his bones are in agony. True to David's form, this psalm moves from crying and lamenting to God's grace and salvation. However, while David is crying and lamenting before God, he cannot see the grace and salvation of God. This makes David plead even more. It is only after this process of pleading and lamenting that he begins to see the light at the end of the tunnel. He begins to see the grace and salvation of God. We are in the crying and pleading stage before God right now as we face this crisis. Please continue to pour out your soul before God. David will tell you that after you have cried and lamented before God for a while, you will begin to see glimpses of the grace and salvation of God. Until then, even though you cannot feel it, God has your back covered. Do not fear. Keep on praying. We speak to God through the Psalms. God speaks to us through the Psalms. I welcome you to pray through Psalm 6 with me right now. This is Psalm 6, New International Version. Lord, do not rebuke me in your anger or discipline me in your wrath. Have mercy on me, Lord, for I am faint. Heal me, Lord, for my bones are in agony. My soul is in deep anguish. How long, Lord? How long? Turn, Lord, and deliver me. Save me because of your unfailing love. Among the dead, no one proclaims your name. Who praises you from his grave? I am worn out from my groaning. All night long I flood my bed with weeping and drench my couch with tears. My eyes grow weak with sorrow, they fail because of all my foes. Away from me, all you who do evil, for the Lord has heard my weeping. The Lord has heard my cry for mercy. The Lord accepts my prayer. All my enemies will be overwhelmed with shame and anguish. They will turn back and suddenly be put to shame. Amen.